Hello and welcome again to our fifth video of this series Behind the Automation, Processes, Businesses and More. As you have seen in the previous four videos with Shripad, I have learnt about many different aspects of the automation on the business side. We have talked about the COE, we have talked about business analyst and many different areas, how small organizations can start with their automation journey. Today, we are going to pick some similar topic on that lines. So, hi Shripad, welcome to the channel.
Hey, thanks, Parth. I hope you're doing well.
Yep, doing good. And all right, so let me just introduce with the today's topic that we are going to discuss. So, as we know, right, we have talked in our previous videos as well. Whenever an organization is starting with their automation journeys, they should start with pilot projects. They should start with some POC. Say if the company employees are able to adapt to that change and if it is working out successfully for them as well, right? So today, let's talk a part further of that. Let's suppose an organization who wants to start their intelligent automation journey, right? They have started with it. They built few pilot projects. Let's suppose two or three automations were built for HR departments or account departments, right? And now that is successful. So now after that, the decision makers within the organization, right? It could be CFOs, CEOs, or some other people who are involved in that complete process. What are the things, Shripad, do you think they should know from business perspective, from technology perspective, like from all the different perspectives, what should they know to implement the automation more effectively on the enterprise level?
Quite, quite a difficult question because this is more about presentation and being aware of what are
Right.
your what are your priorities and key areas to focus on. So, if I
Mm-hmm.
was part of the automation team and if I had to, present to the C-suite or to the decision makers on
Mm-hmm.
why to automate, okay, then the first thing that I will look out for is to understand the pain points of the business. Okay. What are
Okay.
the problems or the inefficiencies that you're looking at to be addressed via the automation? Once you
Okay.
have done that and you have articulated it correctly, the next thing that you need to look out is uh, matrices, which will demonstrate what are
Mm-hmm.
the you know uh, problems that we are currently facing. So, for example, increased cost, for example, lost customers,
Mm-hmm.
dissatisfaction with the customers, what sort of revenue loss are you having due to the errors that are there? Okay.
Okay.
Once you articulate your problem, okay,
Hmm.
then you should go ahead and talk about the automation solution.
All
So
right. Okay.
you should always go ahead and be very clear, telling this was the as is process.
Hmm.
And if we
Mm-hmm.
automate, then we are going to automate the non-value added steps. Okay,
Right.
because every process cannot be automated end to end. So you'll have to be very
Correct.
specific in detailing
Correct.
that we're going to automate the non-value added steps.
Right.
And before automating that, what have you done to optimize that process is something that you will have to be very clear in the solution that you are defining.
Okay.
So be very conscious of the fact that you don't use technical jargons because the
Right.
C-suites will not be really interested in knowing that.
Right. Right.
Once you have defined the solution, how it's going to be
Hmm.
delivered, okay, you should
Hmm.
also talk about what are the benefits that are going to be accrued, okay.
Right.
And as we all know, the benefits are accuracy,
Correct.
quick decision making, reduced cost, increased
Right.
efficiency. You can run the process 24 by 7.
Right. Right.
Humans need break, bots don't need break.
Hmm.
Humans
Hmm.
work
Hmm.
8 hours a shift. You have
Right.
multiple shifts, but our bot can run end to end.
Right.
Multiple days, can work on weekends. So you need to
Right.
highlight those benefits. And if possible, if you build a proof of technology or a proof of concept,
Hmm.
uh, play that video so that they can visualize that solution. Okay.
Okay.
And
Okay.
when you're playing that video, also try explaining what do you see on the screens. Don't
Right.
just let it be like a monologue. Only the video is
Got
playing
it.
and there's nobody explaining.
Got
Once
it.
you've done all of this, quantify it with a financial impact. And
Okay.
this should be a hypothesis. Now,
Hmm.
if this automation solution goes live, what's the saving that I would get with regards to errors, with
Right.
regards to increased customer satisfaction, with regards to
Hmm.
sales improved, or maybe your ROI with regards to satisfaction of the end users, like an NPS survey
Right.
or the customer feedback, and try to put in the monetary values for each of it. Okay.
Got it.
I think you'll have to be connected to your procurement and finance team to
Hmm.
understand what could be the benefits that could be short term and long term, and
Right.
also try to focus on the competitiveness that you would get
Hmm.
on with this automation. Okay.
Hmm.
Earlier
Hmm.
it was this, now if we go live with the automation, what's the
Right.
competitiveness or the edge that we'll have with others? Okay.
Right.
And finally, if you're talking to a decision maker, they will ask you about risk. And this is my favorite topic.
Hmm.
What's the risk of automation? Okay, will it
Right.
be just going ahead and delivering automations,
Right.
or taking decisions, or um,
Right.
taking actions. Sorry, I used the wrong word automation,
Hmm.
but taking actions. But that's
Hmm.
where you need to define that, yes, there will be business exceptions coming into play. There will be human in the
Correct.
loop coming into play.
Correct.
So your
Correct.
risks are mitigated over there. You talk about cybersecurity risk. You talk about
Hmm.
controls
Hmm.
that you're going to put in.
Hmm.
And once you develop this completely and define that to the C suites, okay, then finally close it out saying, that's my project plan. We're going to
Right.
start maybe in January and finish it by March with a complete
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
deployment, and we could see the process live till April.
Right.
We need so many resources coming into play. Um, we have shortlisted a partner who could look and deliver that. And if a budget of so much is allocated, then
Hmm.
following
Hmm.
are
Hmm.
the tools that we have already, trialed upon, and we think this is the best tool we should go for. And
Right.
and this is what the proposal would look like. So
Yeah.
it's
I
quite a
think
long topic. Yeah.
yeah, but I think in a way, when you gave this complete tips to what should you have it, I think we created a presentation template as well. It is
Yeah.
not a presentation template in actual, but if someone listens to this, right, this conversation, they would definitely get a presentation template. Like, how do you start with it, talking about the inefficiencies that are currently there in the process when a human is doing it, and how that will change along with automation, then cost involves, and timelines and deadlines involved. Along with this, also one more point that I would like to ask about, right? Do you think we should also talk about disaster management in this case, right? Because in case if a human is doing process, right, and there is some error, or if there is something that you need, you just call that person. Like, if we need something in urgent, we just call that person. Okay, can you look into this? Can you check this? But that wouldn't be the case with automation. So how would that be handled? Should that also be a part of the discussion before getting started with the complete automation?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's the bigger one, is because when it comes to automation, everybody thinks it is autonomous, and that is where
Hmm.
you'll
Hmm.
have
Hmm.
to talk about the
Right.
support team that would be
Right.
there to monitor
Right.
the bots. Okay.
Correct.
You should also talk about the logging and the auditing mechanism available, which could go ahead and track each and
Hmm.
every activity that the bot is delivering. Okay.
Correct.
And your exception handling
Very strong.
should
Yeah.
be very strong and critical. And that is where, if you talk about these controls that are going to be deployed,
Hmm.
then I think that will give a confidence. If it is
Correct.
ERP implementation, you can put human in the loop, wherein the bot just goes ahead, calculates all the information, calculates all the data, puts it into SAP, and
Hmm.
pushes it for a human review. And
Right.
when a
Right.
human reviews it, then he's got the control to go ahead and upload it as an invoice or something of that sort. So if
Correct.
you put
Correct.
these controls at the initial level, I think the decision makers would have a good confidence on the
Right.
disaster management,
Right. Right.
right?
They will also have that sense of confidence that even if the things
Uh,
go wrong through automation, there is still a complete disaster plan that we have, and that will not cause any problems in the normal business operations that are happening.
Yeah, I think this plan is just only for uh, disaster management for the bots. But
Hmm.
I think disaster management comes into various places like infra
Okay.
and the
Right.
platform.
Right.
We are not talking about that. We are only talking about the operations
Hmm.
delivered by automation. So if you put in this, I think that could go ahead and deploy some controls and governance. Yeah.
Right, right, right. So it should be from all the different perspectives that are involved in running and executing automation, right? Right.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, I think that was very insightful conversation, Shripal. I think short and simple conversation, but yet there are many things if a small organization, like I think I can connect this video with the one that we talked about where how small and medium-sized businesses can start with their automation. So for them, once they have started with the pilot projects that we talked about in that video, I think these are the next steps that could go ahead in their automation journey. And I think we can maybe now we can record some next videos on the security, the cyber security thing that you are talking about. I think that will be a multiple part video, but we'll surely try to record something on that as well. So I think that's pretty much it for this particular topic. And thank you so much, Shripad, again for sharing your knowledge. With this series, it's not only the audience learning, but it's also me learning different things for you. So thank you so much for that, Shripad.
Cheers, Parth. Take care of yourself. Bye.
Yep. Thank you. Bye.